Ciao nice people, welcome! We are back on Katawa Shoujo. It's going for a little too long, I feel like. This game though is still I would say a very interesting game on its own. The writing also is I'm not sure because I think different people wrote it, but I don't know if it's true or not because I didn't really pay much attention on the writing style. One thing is for sure though, there are moments where the writing is very interesting and funny, or others where it's just interesting, and others where it's a little still and kind of boring, but most of the time on its own it's interesting, though I won't deny there's some still moments there and there still. And Rofado, welcome back to cheating and depression, yay! I was about to make a joke like, it's my life, but yeah, I never cheated, because I never got a girlfriend, but that's another story. And about depression, I'm not even sure. I think I'm not depressed by this little. So I'm doing fine. I'm doing very well. Also, for the records, again, I did not do the cheating. It was Isao doing the cheating because I just selected an option. It's not my fault, okay? So, last time we Isao kind of did something a little too much. Well, too much is an understatement. Last time he cheated with Shizune with Misha. Okay, I chose the choice of good evening cheater. I was just about to explain. Hello Zoro. Naive as I am, I didn't know reassure Misha or what term was it meant cheating with Shizune with Misha to, or cheating Shizune with Misha. So you can call me naive, a little dumb, but not a cheater, okay? And the game is not over. I was expecting like a bad ending, but no, it's an entire act about it. So maybe here stuff can finally get a little more interesting, because it's there's drama finally. There's some drama because we cheated on Shizune with Misha, but not because Misha loves us. Well, maybe she does a little because she kinda said something that she likes me and Shizune, but later we discovered she loves Shizune. I didn't get if she was a lesbian or she loves both sexes. So I still don't know if she also loves Isao or not. She wasn't really happy while cheating though, but maybe that's because she was also betraying a friend, so I don't know, it's getting complex all of a sudden. Only a day later, the weekend has already arrived. I drop a heavy stack of books on the librarian desk. Not meaning to slam them, but they weigh so much that it happens anyway. No, wait, there should be a sign saying, "Don't scare the librarian." Yeah, for this. Yuko bolts out of her chair with enough force to dislodge her glasses. She barely holds onto them. Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm here to return all those books I was supposed to. That's great, but I wish you had brought them back sooner. It wouldn't be a problem if the library had more copies, but it doesn't. And they act like that's my fault. Who acts? They? Other students, they can be pretty pushy. Sorry, it kinda slipped my mind. It's been a rough couple of days. Wait until you tell Shizune. or worse, her father. I suppose you don't want to talk about it? Yuko meekly turns to the task of logging all the books I brought back, treating them with extreme care and precision, like she's a bomb disposal technician rather than a librarian. Over the past couple of days, I've been thinking about something Misha said. Of course, I thought about everything she said, but one thing in particular keeps coming back. She talked about how she didn't want to miss people or think about being apart from them anymore. I mean, if you dump her, that would also get her dead out of the way. Well, I wouldn't say that's a reason to dump someone, but yeah, definitely I see being a positive thing having that guy out of your life. Though I appreciate how creative you can get with insults. Oh yeah, Anarchist Cookbook, a classic. What do you cook? Children? I wasn't sure if the joke was associated or not. Now I want to I'd like to know Misha dead. Well, hopefully he's better. I don't know. I don't know. When I recalled those words, they stopped me cold, like a sharp slap across the cheek. In a few months, we'll be graduating. Misha and Shizune were nearly inseparable, but after graduation they might never see each other. Oh, hello, Steel Soldier! Welcome to the raid! How it's going? I saw you were doing maybe RPG Maker MZ? I'm pretty sure. How are you How are you faring? Doing? Journeying? We are playing here Katawa Shoujo and we are in a kinda hard spot since we kinda cheated on our girlfriend in the game, so it's getting a weird turn here. It's probably spoiler, but it's a root, so I'm not spoiling which, I suppose. Still, hello. Is there something else I missed? I was about to say something before. Like before we were talking about the other thing, but I forgot. Huh. Will come out later again, maybe. Maybe. Though I'm wondering if there's an entire different route if we don't cheat. Definitely. Maybe we get a true ending. Also doing amazing, nice, some asteroid map. Asteroid map? Like the tile sets? Or... Ah, that's cool. An explorable location with a bit of treasure at the end. Oh yeah, who doesn't love treasures? But sometimes the true treasure is the journey we made along the way. And the friends, it's always the friends. When I recalled those words, which words? Oh yeah, about Misha that said how she didn't want to miss people or think about being apart from them anymore. When I recalled those words, they stopped me cold, like a sharp slap across the cheek. In a few months, we'll be graduating. They were nearly inseparable, but after they might never see each other again. I wonder if that thought is what started all of this. If Misha were to try and talk to Shizune about it, Shizune likely wouldn't think about it at all. It would sadden her, and for that reason she would try and toss it away. For someone like Shizune, who is so quick to suppress her worries, would be easy. Misha turned out to be more sensitive than she seemed. It would have crushed her, even more so because Shizune's reaction could come off as pretty cold. I don't know if that's how Shizune handled it, but it seemed likely, and I can understand why she would act that way. Okay, so at least Shizune seems to... Maybe there's a chance of Shizune forgiving Misha. Also, I'm not really excusing Isao, but it didn't seem like they were in a relationship to begin with, Isao and Shizune, right? They Okay, they never went on a date. Maybe once. We didn't even call it a date. They didn't really do any couple stuff. They only did it once, and it was Shizune. Shizune binding his hands on the chair. So I think it doesn't really count. So I would say the best course of action is just to say everything to Shizune. Of course, break up if that wasn't clear enough. And hopefully Shizune will forgive Misha. And Misha will feel better. Because as it said before, Shizune wants to throw away the sad stuff. Though we need to find a moment to talk. It takes two to tango, even in horizontal. Wait, is it still horizontal on a chair? Well, there's a corner, so I would say in a way diagonal. At least for Isao. For Shizune, not really. Better idea. Don't tell Shizune, keep cheating and let them find out on their own so they get mad. You get dumped by both and tell you... And you tell Yuko you're available. Can't you just break up right away at this point? Wouldn't that be quicker at this point? Or we cheat with Yuko as well at this point, sure. 1 or more, 2, 3. What changes? Yeah, let's cheat with the entire school. Yeah, it's a school of disabled people. Yeah, that's why he's always here. It's a cheater. And cheating is a disability. Except you're allowed to be ableist against cheaters if that's a disability, okay? They throw you off the roof. It's the Persona 5. Wait, can we get like the Persona ending? The Persona 5 ending? The one of the Valentine Day. Yeah, the Persona 5 Valentine Day ending. Where they get on the roof for a date all together for Valentine. They find out all together and they throw Isao down the roof. Or more realistically, Isao will get a heart attack and will die on the spot. Still would die. Isao's disability is that his lower brain is the one doing the thinking. It's not a heart problem. It's the other sort of heart problem. I can also understand... Did I read this one? Misha turned out to be more sensitive. Would have maybe would have crushed their what? The Shizune reaction by saying... Turned out, it's in the past. Maybe because, maybe it turned out, maybe I'm talking about the confession, where Misha confessed her feelings to Shizune. That's probably why. Still a better love story than Twilight. I never read it though, we joke all the time about Twilight, but maybe there could be worse stories, I don't know. Still, I'm not gonna read it and let's dunk on it anyway. I will dunk on it anyway. Well, it's definitely an interesting love story. It's a weird triangle. Not really because I still don't get Misha's position on Isao. Except below Isao, but no, that was some days ago. No hair tropes, just the regular kind. Maybe it's the opposite. It's missing hair tropes. And there's a void beat instead. That's why he has arrhythmia. I can understand also why Misha would be troubled by the thought of drifting away from someone so important. Then I began to think things like... Has it really only been less than a year? I started thinking of everyone I met. Not only Shizune and Misha, but everyone else. They were fond thoughts. Then I thought of losing them. Suddenly, I could understand Misha's anxieties. Could be nice to talk to someone about it. Yuko was kinda mature on discussing heart problems, right? So maybe we can tell her. So at least there is someone telling us out that is a dumbass. Actually, I kind of want to. What? What was the previous sentence? You don't want to talk. Ah, okay, a rough couple of days, you don't want to talk about it? Actually, I kinda want to talk about it. With whom? I can sense an obvious cringe of apprehension in her voice. With you? Really, are you sure? Why me? Because you're an adult. Well, by definition, yeah. Comfort Yuko! Cheating again! And now... Yeah, now I will be way more wary when game tells me to comfort someone. That's it. That's... Wincing, she fidgets a little in her seat, trying to get comfortable in a pretty uncomfortable looking way. I guess that means she's okay with it. Is it hard being an adult? Yes! Okay, this was pretty simple but funny. I need to just screenshot it because just those two lines. Okay, yeah, we have it. Gives Yuka a fidget spinner. Yeah, I think I have one, but I don't know where it's lost. It's like the second time we talk about fidget spinners this year. Not a lot, but I should find it at least. Couldn't have said it better myself. In only a single sentence. I don't think I'm that old, though. It's surprising that students now, like Shizune and you, wear stuff like perfumes or cologne. I never did. I don't use them. By the way, you're not wearing your grape cologne today. Yeah, wasn't working for me. Oh, that's good. I thought the same thing, sorry. Yuko looks genuinely sorry, and I feel a pang of guilt. I smile, despite myself. A tiny lie like that can come back to bite me in the butt. For Misha, trying to conceal how she felt in order to put on a happy face for Shizune for so long must have been crushing. Someone I know brought up that we're going to be graduating, and I realized that I never thought about it before. I feel stupid I could go so long and never think about those things. I met a lot of great people, and I never thought about what it's going to be like to graduate and maybe never see them again. Because I cheated on them! There are still ways that you could keep in touch. Yeah, I guess I feel childish. I know everyone is going through the same thing. I bet you hear this problem a lot. No, I haven't been working here for that long. I worried about the same thing when I graduated from high school. I miss my friends. I wish I had kept in touch with them better. Yuko isn't really helping me feel better, and she climbs up quickly when she sees it on my face. I don't want to look back and have those same regrets. I wonder if Shizune even thinks about that kind of stuff. Because she goes on sometimes about how she doesn't want to live with any regrets. And proceeds to betray her friend. Wow, that sounds impossible to me. I nod, only halfway wanting to agree. Even so, I think that's kind of admirable and brave. Brave is a new way to put it. You're not wanting to leave any regret. It's brave in a way, though, because if you see a chance and you think you might miss it, if you don't want to have any regret, you take the chance. So in a way, it's bravery. Hello, Fortuna Street. Welcome to the stream. I see. Time for the redeem, I suppose. Okay. Let's get your redeem. A random waifu from the folder. Okay, please something decent. Please something decent. Okay, we got Futaba. I will give you an extra one for free because this is pretty simple. Okay, next one. Okay, yeah, this is good. We have a steampunk Kurizu. I don't know why someone wanted to draw Kurizu in a steampunk setting, but this is gold. I don't even know why. That's pretty. I love it. That's pretty cool. I also like the key on the collar. Why does she have a Why does she have a thing on the neck though? That's weird. Though the key really gives a lot of vibes of like it's an important key item for the story. It has the cog, and Kurizu is kind of a key character of the game, so I feel like I would love a spin-off of Steins Gate set in a cyber or on a steampunk setting. Good one. And we got a safe one today. Yeehaw! Saying yeehaw, I only think about Particio from Octopath. Maybe there could be a crossover. Steins Gate x Octopath. It's not out of the realm of possibilities though. Definitely very unlikely, but... What with a woof though. Okay, we're back. It's true though, also kind of intimidating. Wanting to live the life without regrets. Okay. Jeez, you shouldn't be intimidated by high schoolers. We'll try. Mission impossible. She turns away to start folding a sticky note over and over. Pretty idle behavior for a university student. I wonder if I said the wrong thing to her. Being around Shizune for so long, I can't stop reading as much as I can into every moment of silence. If Yuko were the type of person who didn't get intimidated by high schoolers, it probably wouldn't be so easy to talk to her. Why so? Maybe it would be more stiff? It's all too easy to want to shed some negative quality of yours. When I think of everyone I know, it's those qualities that I like the best. I get why, yeah. Maybe it's more... Ooh. Maybe, yeah, it's more easy to approach someone if you see they have a flaw, because you realize you don't have the apprehension of talking to someone which is perfect, a perfect adult. You see that even the other person has flaws, and so you kinda feel on the same level almost, so you kinda feel more available to open to them. And that's a thing I thought of today even. Because I went on a social meeting like 3 days ago. Because I wanted to try. Also my mother suggested it. It was meh. Pretty I feel very neutral about it. And I realize now kind of the problem. At least with myself even. People... It's hard to really get to know new people if... well, without a if. It's hard to get to know new people. And the problem is, people always try to present themselves in the better way, in the good way. When you introduce yourself to someone, you say, oh yeah, I'm Waldorf, I'm a programmer, I make yeah, I'm 28, I don't know what else to add. You don't go there and say, Oh yeah, hello, I spend all the day in front of my computer to make games, stream, and usually waste a lot of time. Yeah, no one would present themselves like this, though. The problem is, everyone presents themselves in a way that makes them look perfect, or at least good. So, how am I supposed to know the real person behind that if no one introduces themselves correctly? Because what's the point in lying if later, or at least making up a facade, if later still the true things will come onto surface, the true yourself will come out. Like, that's... I have a dating profile, okay? And when I asked for some suggestion on the photo, they told me, oh yeah, do this pose, you will look very cool. And I tried to say, but I'm not looking for women that find me cool. I want women that like my character, that like myself, not the fact that I can look cool on photos. Yeah, I still didn't get a single match. Well, maybe two, but not really. Okay, I don't know why we are talking about my dating life now, but I can't continued into in the discussion from before. Socializing alone is hard. Yeah, the problem is also I have a problem of topics. Because I can talk how much you want about video games, game design, behavior even, I suppose? Or something like that. But other than that, I kind of find it hard to enter a discussion. They were talking about job again, so I kind of said a thing about myself, but that's it. But they were talking all the time about job technical things about the job and everything that I didn't really feel fitting in the group. Tell it to my dad who lied about his age to date my mom. Wait. Interesting gossip. I hope your mother was not underage when it happened. Well, my mother is lying on her age, but not on dating, but on social grouping, because she can afford it. She looks like 10 years younger than she is, so she can afford to lie about her age on social meetings. Yeah, she suggested an app she's using for groups, Tableau, but I'm not very enthusiastic about it. My mom was older. Ah, it's the opposite! Never mind. The gossip is getting more interesting. I see. She's 6 years older than my dad. At time he thought she wasn't going to date a guy younger than her. So like your dad had a mommy kink. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. I don't know about how I feel myself about older women. In anime, yeah, it's free real estate. In real life, I don't know, because even some of my age, sometimes they look old, too much old. So it depends how they maintain themselves, I suppose. Though again, older, like 6 years older than me, it doesn't change that much. And if you add other years, it's becoming old. So I don't know. I don't feel much of a difference personally. Though I should extend my... I don't know. Maybe it does a difference. Huh. I never thought about it. Honestly. I hope I shouldn't think about it. Shouldn't be my problem, hopefully, but... I will leave the thing to myself. Talking about 21 versus 27. Yeah, I suppose that's still pretty fair. I would say more, but again, I don't have enough experience, so never mind. It's similar with my parents, like my mother is like, well, not a lot, 1 or 2 years older than my father, but that's it. Why are we talking about this? Yeah. I forgot, we went into a tangent talking about a lot of stuff. Oh well, that's cool. I don't think I really regret it. I thought, as long as I could remember the good times, that was enough. I didn't know, sorry. I noticed a couple of students starting to trickle into the library, and decide my time is up. No, that was helpful. I feel like 2 of my friends are fighting because one of them is taking the fact that we might not see each other again really hard. And the other is probably being stoic about it, which only makes it worse. I don't get how I'm supposed to handle this kind of situation. Doesn't seem the problem where I'll have to end up taking a side, but could turn out that way, and then I have no idea what I'm going to do. You should tell them they shouldn't fight. Oh yeah, why didn't I think about this? Don't be depressed! You're right! Don't be sad! You make a good point! I know fighting is bad. It's not Shizune and Misha, by the way. It's how... it's Shizune and Misha. Okay, I wasn't really thinking that though. How embarrassing. Even though I knew it would be, I still feel my cheeks redden. And even so, I said something so transparent and blatantly a lie. But it could be that sometimes that is the right way. Do you have any books about people who have to make hard decisions? Well, a lot of stories is about that. Not really. It's more like overcoming obstacles. Not really making hard decisions. We have a lot of self-help books. It's funny that I find that surprising, because I wouldn't have only a few months ago. I mean, about, not for. There aren't many, right? Yeah, not many. Though I feel a bit apprehensive about it. I want to talk to Shizune. I don't understand why I feel nervous about it, and that disgusts me a little. Come on, Isao. Tell her. You should tell her. No matter how tender or exquisite, a lie will remain a lie. Well, there are some times where... some white lies can pass. There are better ways to approach them, but... for example, honestly, I kinda find it hard. I remember though when I was very little and we were at an ice cream shop, there was like the... how it's called in English? The Smurfs ice cream. There was the Smurfs ice cream, which was a strong blue color. And my mother didn't want me to choose that flavor because she was worried it had a lot of colorants to give that color, which were not healthy for our age. So she lied and said, no, don't eat that, otherwise you will become a Smurf. And I was very scared about that, so I never ate the Smurf flavor. I suppose that could be reasonable because, like, I suppose the better course of action would be to say, like, explain why it should not be healthy, but to a kid, how are you supposed to explain it? The other course of action would be to say, no, that's bad for you, but that felt very, very rigid from a parent. So the saying you will turn into a Smurf could be seen like not as the worst option. I could definitely see the options there, and that only creates a meme for the long run at the end. Okay, we got another random wife. Let's go. Okay. Let's get a random waifu from the folder. This one feels ominous. I'm a little worried. Let's go. Wait, who is this? Who is this? I don't remember this character. Who is this? Vaguely reminds me of Sonia from Pokemon Sword Shield, but she's not. I don't know. There's an octopus on the... Look at this backpack. It has an octopus. I'm looking at the octopus. I swear. What with explosions? Come on. Yeah, I didn't remember I had this image, okay? I didn't remember. That's a big one. A big backpack didn't feel that big to me, the backpack. You should take a bigger one if you go into camping or something. I don't think she's from Pokemon. Maybe she's similar to Sonia, but that's it. Tick. The first explosion came from her ass. No. We don't do ass explosions here. We don't. Trying to do censorship. Well, it kinda worked, but not completely. I hope that's fine for Twitch. I'm pretty sure it's fine, but kinda borderline, so we can go on. Ass Emily. Oh well, I would say I got exposed, but I think everyone already knew it, so I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. Maybe just a little. Well, that's kind of what we talked about before. Like, I personally don't mind showing this side of me, even if I'm on the moment I'm very against it. But now I realize, well, that means at least I'm showcasing my. I'm not putting on a facade of. Oh yeah, I'm respectful. I download only respectful pictures of waifus. So maybe that helps me feel more genuine, hopefully. Sir Mix-a-Lot would be proud. Who is Sir Mix-a-Lot? And I still don't know who she is. Unfortunately, I don't think I can find the picture again because it was read at random. Too bad. Author of Baby Got Back. The song goes, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Well, again, that's not my main kink. It's not even a kink, but I just, it's okay, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's awkward talking about this. I tried to make it less awkward, but I can't. So, we are skipping the argument. We are getting back to the game. It also motivates me to look for her, right there and there, although I don't have to look very hard. She's in the student council room, as always. Worryingly, Misha isn't with her. Shizune notices me and looks up from her paperwork. First thing I ask is where she is. I don't know. There is so much uncertainty in her answer that I can't let it go just like that. She's missing a lot of school. Are you the attendance police? Well, we are the student council. We should give a good example. That's strange coming from the student council president. Shizune hides a laugh behind a cupped hand, and I start to think that I might be worrying for nothing. But then her laughter slowly fades away to a more serious and pensive expression. What's the link? It's to the song. Yeah, it is. It's not loading, but yeah, there is the. Now I get the music, thanks. You're right. Yesterday, I catch the hint of a knowing smile on her face when she sees my poorly hidden panic at the word. Despite her best efforts, she can't help being satisfied in eliciting surprise from everyone else, to the very end. Even then I can see that she has bigger concerns for how quickly her smile vanishes. Before either of you noticed me, I thought, well, what were you saying? I'm not stupid. She was reading lips. If I hadn't, I could still see through Misha while we were walking back. Even if she hadn't told me everything later. She didn't make a big deal out of it. But anyway, you look at it, it's my fault, isn't it? Okay, we are talking about rejecting the confession of Misha. What did she tell you? Shizune winces at the question, though it's clear she's been expecting it. She follows it up with a very grand gesture. A lot. Like, I can be selfish and confusing. I try too hard to bring people around me, and then push them away. I didn't know what I should do. I thought she was right to mention all of those things, so I just agreed with her. But that only made things worse. I don't understand. Adjusting her glasses, she looks pretty tired. I hope it isn't because she's been busy avoiding Misha, but I can't help considering the possibility, seeing where the conversation is going. It's true, even the student council being this small and thus having always been swamped with work, it's my fault. I might have even ended up driving a lot of people off, and all away from the student council, acting like this. Don't say it with a smug face. That's your fault we are working overtime just to compile a bunch of paperwork. Shizune wakes a finger mischievously, acknowledging that might is an understatement. However, it's obvious the humor is only to put me at ease, and therefore not genuine. Like Lily, she was the first person to join. Because, she was the first person to join when I started trying to recruit people. Again after everyone else left. Because they couldn't stand me, I guess. We managed to put together the last festival, and even ran a boat together at the last minute. But I didn't like her because I thought she was selfish, always holding us up in order to tend to one friend of hers on another, and leaving Misha and me alone to sort out things involving the whole school by ourselves. How is selfish helping others? If there were any problem she was going through, she would leave us high and dry while she panicked over it, and wouldn't come back until it was solved with. I just had a random thought about the game. Would be interesting, but very expensive, to have a game like Katawa Shoujo with different routes, but then in the last route, you make a custom route for each character, which is kinda the final boss of everything. I'm not talking about a shared ending after you do every route. No, more like, for example, here with Shizune, we have this extra drama with Misha, but later with Lily and everyone else. Like something that involves every other character, but still focused on the main character chosen by the story, Shizune. So maybe there is another story with Lily, which is different, but only happens if you choose Lily as the last character. So in a way, the final route, but one for each character, which only appears with the last one you choose. In that way, the last character stands out way more than the others when you play. Though, again, it's a big waste of time because you need to do it for each character. And players at a point play it again for each character to see all of them. Kinda weird. Why, if we're gonna kill someone? I think she already might. Look at her face, yeah, look at her eyes. I don't know if you... I don't think you saw the start. But she was pretty evil and underhanded, more like. Forcing everyone to join student council. That's why we ended up here. You can help others just for your satisfaction to feel needed. Yeah, that's right. Though Lily didn't give me that impression. Still talking about Lily. If there were any problems she was going through, she would leave us high and dry. While she panicked over it and wouldn't come back until it was solved. She would focus on it 100% and be too preoccupied to focus on any student council work. That was the worst to me, that she could be so nice and still take so many people for granted. Why you enjoy student council then? It seemed so short-sighted and selfish. But it's actually me who is that way. Like Misha said, always trying to pull people close to me and then shutting them out. That's how I treated her, which makes me a bad friend. Feels like I did the same thing to you then. I guess I'm a bad girlfriend. Shizune, you have no right to say you're the bad one in the couple, okay? Compared to Isao, you're the angel in the relationship here. Even if Misha says that you might as well replace her. I'm angry I screwed up things enough for it to get this out of hand. Don't worry, Shizune, Isao screwed up even worse. All I wanted was to... She paused to look for the right words, tenting her fingers in concentration. To make people happy, I think. Shizune, you're not in danger. I am the danger. Well, time for... I suppose if we say what we did with Misha, we might end up dying at this point. Even though that seems like a simple way to put it. And she rests her head against her hand. Shizune bangs fall delicately across her eyes, hidden behind those polished glasses, reflecting just the tiniest bit of light. Might be wrong to think so, but she seems especially beautiful. Isao! You cheated on her! You're not allowed! You're not allowed to lust over your girlfriend, okay? You're not allowed. She doesn't deserve it. Like a more complete person. Feels like this is my first chance to respond to her outpouring of emotions. Replacing Misha as Shizune interpreter? Misha must be joking. It took all my energy to keep up with her just now, and signaling filled with gestures that I've never seen before. Likely their habits picked up from Misha, and developed from years of them being together. I could never replace someone so close to her. Oh, thanks for the follow, Techno Wheel. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Also like the name. Yo, you're coming from Steel Soldier, I see you. Interesting, Steel and Techno. In a way, they feels like it's like the same vibe of the entire community. I like it. Likely their habits picked up from Misha and developed from years of them being together. I could never replace someone so close to her. I like you because I like you, not because I got tricked into it by you. Well, knowing Shizune could be, but... Despite how hard she tried, I continued to stare back into her eyes, as sharp as ever. The first time I saw them, they had seemed a bit intimidating to me, like the eyes of a predator. That hasn't changed, which I find reassuring. I still want to make everyone happy. Starting with Misha. Ooh! Shizune looks a bit annoyed that I would imply she would start with anyone else, and smiles confidently, as though a friend's sadness is a physical opponent she can just strangle into submission. Would be very helpful, actually. Would be very helpful. We should do that, like we find a true science or magic, whatever, a way to give shape to emotions, so we can strangle like depression, sadness and everything. Oh no, we got a random wife for Russian roulette. Okay, I suppose after the last one you want more. So you're the perverted one, not me. Let it be clear. Leaving alone the fact that it's on my hard drive, but still. That's not really a relevant detail, right? Okay, let's see a random picture. Well, it cannot be worse than the other one, right? Oh, this is lovely. Is this a picture? I forgot I had this one. I love this one. Why it's not doing the same setting of everything? This should be in the meme section though. I'm offering you a free one, but quick. Okay, it's still Kuri, so I think it's perfectly fitting. I'm surprised how many bunny girl or cat girl made Kurisu versions I have. I'm very surprised. Also, this one seemed a little lollified, so let's leave it at this. Don't try to blame the chat. You're the ultimate culprit. Culprit? I would say more like a connoisseur. I don't know, because culprit implies I'm guilty of something. But I don't feel guilty. Mostly. I will beat the problems out of you, Krieg from Borderlands. Oh yeah, I remember. It was also a boss in the new Zelda. Am I no, maybe I am confusing it with another one. Maybe it was in Mario. I wanna beat the gate, I'm pretty sure. Of course, obviously, naturally. Taking off her glasses, she leans back in her chair and lets out a sigh. It's the first time I've ever seen her without them on. Ah, that's right! She doesn't have glasses. But I don't get a good look before she slips them back on. No, I wanted to see. But I'm too tired to start today. First thing tomorrow. Do you want to help? Yeah? And I have other student council stuff you could help me with while you're at it. Although it turns out that there isn't much other work at all. Come on, we can reach a good ending here. Except after we solve this thing, we still need to tell her about the cheating, so it's not going anywhere for now. Who's knocking at this hour of the morning again? There's no school today. I expected to be able to sleep in late. Unfortunately, I am awakened by someone mercilessly pounding on my door at 8 in the morning. That should be a crime. At first I think it could be Kenji, but when my shouts of annoyance go unanswered, I realize it's Shizune. She immediately backs away from the door when I open it, quickly concealing something behind her back. Kind of ominous. His auditorium is on fire! Nah, it's only the Aurora Borealis. Or the Nighttime Lights. Yeah, okay. What's that? Is it a surprise? I don't really like surprises. The displeased expression on her face says that she wants me to stop being such a wet blanket, but she's too busy fumbling with what's behind her back to sign it. Must be frustrating for her, because seconds later, she swings the object out, proudly and also a little dangerously. Ta-da! A picnic basket! We can have lunch together, the three of us! It's not really a basket, more like a plastic bag. I can see most of the food inside is also store-bought, not homemade. Some items still have the price stickers on it. Okay, could be controversial, but I don't mind at a picnic or whatever eating stuff bought from the store, because I suppose, yeah, things homemade have more heart put into it. Also, you can compliment the chef, you can feel what someone else is able to cook. But on the other hand, cooking is such a pain. I don't blame people that just buy the food already. I don't get why I should waste time of my life to cook very extravagant food for a picnic or a family reunion or whatever, when I can just buy it. You just need to buy good food, though. Good, they were selling in some supermarket lasagna. So I think nobody would complain if I bought a kilogram of lasagna and offered it in on the table for lunch or dinner. That's a very diverse selection here, though. Even a tiny tin of caviar. I'm slowly becoming more impressed with this lunch. I pick a grape out of there and pop it in my mouth. Don't take things like that. I spent all night perfecting this final weapon. The final what? The final weapon of reconciliation? Shizune places it down on the ground to free up her hands and starts playfully tapping in between her feet like a soccer ball. Definitely not what you should do to anything you're going to call a final weapon. It's about to explode! It's about to explode! Ah! All part of my get to Misha to stop being so depressed plan. I stayed up all night working on it. When we tried to order in last time, Misha barely got anything and used it as an excuse to leave early. I won't let her get off so easily this time. The food is already here. She'll have to sit down and eat with us. It's the perfect bait! Doesn't everything look irresistible? I tried to make it myself, but I don't know how to make it look all fancy. I ended up buying everything. Still looking delicious, right? She's very perky today. Just up on the thought of cheering me up, although it's odd to see her so happy about it. I know that she's just as unsure now as she was yesterday. The only thing that has changed is, by weighing it as another sort of challenge for herself, she can put her worries aside and throw herself into it recklessly. Ah, interesting. Seeing it as a challenge, she doesn't have the worry into it. Oh, that's kinda... reminds me of something I'm doing. Maybe it's not really strictly similar, but... like, when I'm out and I need to go somewhere, usually when I'm out of city, so there's not many people around, I think, yeah, I should run, or I should run a little to go there faster. I should walk faster to go there. The negative thing of walking faster or running is you consume more energy, but then I realize, oh yeah, I consume more energy, so it's a good thing. So I'm getting there faster and I'm also physically active. Great! Yeah, now that I say it out loud, doesn't seem related at all. It has worked well enough for Shizune so far. It wouldn't surprise me if it's the only way she knows how to live. It's a little early though. It's at 8 in the morning. That's late! Late! Shizune! That's not late. Yesterday I woke up like at 11 or something. Even Misha gets up at 8 or 9. She goes to bed at 7 PM. That's not important. Huh? If she goes to sleep at 7, does she sleep like 13 hours? It's very important. Shizune ignores me, gagging my hands by taking them in air instead of a more proper rebuttal. The way she lingers against me a moment longer than expected feels really comforting. Again is how you don't deserve this. The point is, she's awake right now, walking around somewhere. Let's go find her. Misha is a slot confirmed. Well, I can relate some in a way, but at least recently I'm not sleeping more than 9 hours. Before I was even sleeping 10 hours some days, but now every day I would say exactly 8 hours. She sprints out of the door impatiently, and her gusto as she drags me along make me feel more like I'm following a hunter on a safari than looking for a mutual friend. We don't have to look very hard. Even cropped short, her pink hair stands out. The fact she's just meandering around the grounds makes it easier. Now I'm sounding like a safari hunter. Misha. Huh? We were just looking for you. It's a good day for a picnic. You should join us. We have even caviar. Not sturgeon, of course, but really tasty. Caviar? Sturgeon! Apparently finding it annoying to have to explain everything at length with only one hand, Shizune gives up quickly. Fish eggs. What? It tastes good. Sorry, Chan, I think I'll pass for today. But didn't you hear her or read her? It tastes good, like very good. When Misha starts to walk away, Shizune holds the bag out towards me, needing me to take it so that her hands can be free. Go blocking Misha, let's go. As soon as it's out of her hands, she darts in front of Misha, cutting her off. I made so much food though. Sorry, I'm just not angry right now. Misha, no one believes you. No one believes you, Misha. When are you going to get angry then? Angry then. I like her angry expression, like we are waiting for you to get angry so you can fall in our ambush. Shi-chan, that's impossible to know. You can guess. That's very aggressive. That's well, I suppose it's like I kinda hate this behavior, though here I feel like it's more justified in a way. But I hate when like people don't get don't get when someone doesn't want to do something with them. At least I don't think it happened with me. At least not often, but if someone asks someone, okay, maybe I was in the giving end, probably. Oh no, I awakened a painful memory. No. Oh. Yeah, when you are on bed and you're about to sleep and you remember a cringe moment of your life. Yeah, it's ruined. Because, like, I had a similar scenario. There was a girl I liked. And I kinda wanted to ask her out in a subtle way, like to go eat some ice cream as friends or whatever. I wrote her a message like, oh yeah, going somewhere. She said she needed to study, and I said, well, you can take, if you want to take some free time off to relax out of the study, we can take 30 minutes. And she was like, oh no, not really. I didn't get the signals, of course, because I was naive, I still am. But in a way, if someone says no and doesn't offer an alternative, usually is not really willing to to accept the to go out, like it's happening here. If Misha says no and like she's clearly not interested in it because she doesn't offer a compromise, she didn't say, I'm not hanging out if you want it alone, but if you wait a bunch of hours, I will definitely join. No, nothing like that, because she doesn't want it, she's avoiding her. And Shizune is clearly insisting on it. So, in a way, this is very annoying because you have to, at this point, Misha has to find excuses after excusing to avoid saying, I don't want to stay with you, I don't want to hang out with you. So yeah, trying to get the exact moment to stay in company with a dodgy friend is kinda weird for this exact reason. Like, hey, you're free tomorrow? Ah, no, not really. What about the day after? Ah, not really. When are you free? I don't know. Yeah, that's a sign that the person is not really interested in doing that. If the other person offers compromises, like, I can do next week, I'm really busy this week, then yeah, that person is interested. But if they only say vague answers and say no to everything, yeah, they are not. The tension between them infuriates Shizune, and she's trying to deal with it by trying to tear through it. But that approach isn't going to work. I thought and hoped that Misha had gotten herself together, but I guess she was just cut too deep by what happened. In that case, it's really out of anyone's hands. I believe that Shizune might understand that, on some level. If she didn't, she wouldn't have any doubts at all. Because she can speak though, I learned to notice her hesitation. It's very clear, she might as well be screaming. Oh no, that's right. She cannot scream. Oh no, she disappeared in thin air. Misha waves her hands in front of her, not wanting to continue the discussion any further, and quickly slips away. Shizune fumes silently, reluctant to let her go, but having no way to keep her here. Shizune aggressive sighing, that's the closest she has to screaming, I suppose. Oh, I see. Okay, again, I'm not saying I'm not the responsible one for that pictures, but you people seem very interested in this, huh? I'm pretty sure you definitely have a part in all of this. Okay, let's go with another picture. We got plenty of Kurisus today. Let's see. And we got Futaba again. Okay, we are getting another free one. Ah, we got a Residia with a donut. We can have an extra one for this because those are pretty chill. A third one. I hope I'm not pushing my luck. Who is this? Who is this police? Is it Monica? Yeah, I think it's Monica. I'm pretty positive it's Monica. With the police costume, that's perfect. That's perfect. I hope she's not coming for me. Or, I hope she's coming for me, never mind. Why does she has the handcuff on her hand? That's kinda weird. I'm not asking questions though, I'm not asking anything. Also, I don't think police women dress like this. I'm pretty positive they don't dress like this. Maybe in some cities, I don't know, but I don't know, okay. Stop taking my waifus. What do you mean my waifus? It's our waifus. Well, my waifus, but if you want, anyone can appreciate them. I got 130k points. I gotta find a way to use them. Ha! Yeah, the economy is in shambles in the channel already, so... I always think about rewards, but I never know what exactly. There was another thing. Ah, yeah, the show up plush. Well, we got. Give me a sec. Well, we got Lazitia for a moment with a donut, and here we have it. Oh, wait, I forgot her superpower. She has a superpower. Look. Do you notice it? Look at behind me. Nothing. Dark signs. Nothing. Dark signs. She has the power to reduce the effectiveness of the green screen. She has the power to increase the brightness of the screen. Look at this. It's super bright. Take this. Okay. Also, realize another thing, because talking about waifus, I was thinking, because the term waifu isn't really right with me, because it's used so much that the real meaning kinda got lost, right? Well, not really, but it's got normalized a little. Usually waifu is said that you want to marry that specific character, right? Though that doesn't always apply for everyone. Like there are some characters where I don't really see myself being in a relationship or marry. Like Zita would definitely be out of questions. So there is also the term daughter. There is the daughter perspective of waifu, which is doteru. I don't hear that often though, but doesn't even fit for Zita as well. So there should be I think there should be like a term for I don't know, characters you like a lot that you want to hang out with, or even more. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. There should be a middle term between doteru and waifu. Simpu! No, that's me. There should be one for characters. Like, because I don't know what I feel towards my waifus. It's a complex thing. It's not just, oh yeah, I want them to be my wife. No. Because definitely with some, but not with everyone. It's more like an affection thing. Maybe they could be generalized in an affection category. Though waifu sounds so much better. Legite is too white. So pure. Yeah, I like also how they justify her white hair gameplay wise. Okay, let me get back. Oh wait, I'm already back. Great. As Misha's back grows smaller in the distance, I wonder where she's heading off to. Is Shizune wondering the same thing, or as she bites her lips? I want to touch her reassuringly on the shoulder, but I stop myself. Not because she looks fragile, vulnerable, or sad. It's the opposite. After a while, her expressions belies no emotions at all, only contemplation. Suddenly, she whirls around. Now all this food is going to go to waste. Don't worry, Shizune! I can take all of it. Yeah. That makes me mad. Although it's obvious Shizune is more hurt than mad. The bag dangling from my hand feels like it's filled with lead. Let's go on a date. Let's use it then. Izao, again, you have no right on Shizune. You forfeited it last time. Where do you want to go? I don't know. The roof. So I can push you down. Next thing you will say is Dato. A bright smile appears on her face, disappearing just as quickly. On the roof, I immediately crack open the caviar, ignoring a derisive look from Shizune all the while. I end up putting it down immediately. Where are the toast points? Points? I didn't make any. Like I told you, I bought everything. No, toast points. What are toast points? Ah! The Doritos. No, wait, no. It's bread shaped like a Dorito. I think I ate it like 1 or twice. Wasn't it called like the... Is there a similar food in the Indian cuisine? How was it called? The nool? No, the... There was a weird name for a similar food in Indian cuisine. I'm so close. It was similar to a programming term, not null. What is there? Null, undefined. I don't remember it. None. I'm not really that close. Because this is the naan and this is the toast points. I think they are kinda similar. Because in a way it's like the external part of bread. Which actually I think the external part of the bread is the one I like more. No, depends actually, no. Let's say I like the external part of... not really bread, more like, how it's called, focaccia. A focaccia? Huh? Wait, no, no, wait. It's focaccias in English, huh? What? Okay, I suppose it's an Italian term at the end. So, could make sense. Focaccia. Great, just great. Oh, the stream is looping! Okay, what were we doing? English is weird, man. Yeah, because pizza is the same, but focaccia, no wait, even focaccia though is the same. No, I think it makes sense. It's an Italian word with an S at the end. Focaccias. Kinda close. Why is that important? Anyway, they don't just sell toast points. Would be stupid. In English, latte means coffee with milk. Oh, that's right. I never realized that. Yeah, sometimes it's annoying. A thing I liked a lot or in middle school, which confused me even 5 years ago or something. Horse in Italian. No, wait. Horse in Italian is not orso. Orso is bear. So we have horse and orso, but they're not the same thing. It's another one. It's another animal. That's what is confusing me. Not anymore yet, hopefully. No, it was only on mid-high school, maybe, yeah. Maybe in the stores for the exceptionally lazy. They sell it, but not here. Why don't you use a tortilla chip? Stop stealing our words! No, it's ours. Well, I suppose it comes from the Latin. So it definitely has the same root. Don't get started on ostrich. What's in there? They're both triangles. Yeah, at this point, other triangle things. I'm meeting with the Illuminati symbol. That's still a triangle, right? Stop being such a princess. I didn't know there was a proper way to eat caviar. This is the first thing I'm hearing of it. It's not the same thing at all. I can't be decadent like this. And anyway, how can she not know? She lives in a huge mansion. Shizune takes the opportunity to scoop half of the tin onto a single chip in the meantime. Hey! I'm sure it doesn't even taste good like that. This is too much food here for two people. Because we can't communicate with each other while we eat, we have a lot of time to sit in silence and think about the fact that Misha, the person we set all this up for, isn't there. It's annoying she isn't there. I can't even enjoy my meal like this. I stare at the paper cup next to her, still half full of juice. I thought you didn't want all of this to go to waste. I wanted Misha to be here too. That was the whole point. I wasn't able to accomplish what I wanted, so it doesn't taste good. Oh yeah, because she's competitive, so she's tasting defeat. You should eat it. Eat more. I want the fried things though. You keep eating all of them, even though you say they don't taste good. Fried things are always delicious. There's always an exception for them. Yeah, I agree. I especially like fried food because it's crunchy. Just if you make a food crunchy, it's immediately top tier. Well, of course, there are some exceptions. I like dried food, but no, I'm not really fond of almonds, at least. Though it's a different sort of crunch, I would say. I'm saying more crunchy, like fried food. Literally fried food. You'll get fat. I think you're being too aggressive. It's like I told you yesterday. I'm only trying to cheer her up. Yeah, but seems more like you're planning a military campaign. Someone would agree. I'm only trying to take it seriously. And this is the only way I know how to do it seriously. I feel so powerless, I hate it. I can't even yell at her too, even though I want. Yelling is for serious occasions, right? Yeah. You should yell at Misha for me. You can tell her that I want her to stop being so down. Even if she feels sad and alone, it's no reason to stay gloomy forever. Oh, now I realize that in a way her being deaf also takes place in the shape of miscommunicate, or like if you are deaf it's hard to communicate, but here it takes one step further and it's hard to communicate for an extra reason, because not only you have to learn sign language, you also cannot express properly with sign language. We saw this before, but here it's the theme of the conflict between the two. Why don't you? I already did. Over a game of dice. Under over to be exact. I won! 5 times! Only the two of them would take so much pride in winning games of pure chance. No, as Misha says, luck is a skill as well. Then I tried to talk to her, but didn't go well, obviously. Well, so I did. I tried and failed. My goal has always been to do everything better, though. Yeah, your one-upmanship is really something. But I failed too. That's why I want your help. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do anymore. For someone like Shizune, who has only ever interacted with the world by locking horns with every obstacle in her path, understanding only goes so far. I want to tell her that she doesn't have to worry. that she's great at cheering people up, because she managed to cheer me up my first week here. In retrospect, I must have looked like kind of a dick being in such a sour mood for... You are! Because you cheated on her, let's not forget this. Even though I don't think I was being unreasonable. Even having months to digest it, finding out that you have a heart defect like I did is hard to deal with. I've had much less time to mull over suddenly being transferred to Yamaku on top of that. Wait, I had much... Wait, is it a mistake or that's normal grammar? I had much... I don't know. I think could be correct. I had... In the past, one time I had... one thing that happened in the past was that I had less time to mull over. I suppose it's correct. Yeah, okay, I was just trying to understand how it's structured. So, had much less time to mull over. I had... In the past, I was having less time. First studies for the tense. I need to study again the grammar here because understanding works. Writing, definitely, I'm still doing lots of mistakes on this sort. Not a lot, since I always write in normal terms, but of course, always happens. Even talking on stream, of course. Yeah, I should definitely study more the temporal forms, because I consolidate what I'm doing. Spending the festival with Shizune really helped me out of a rut. I was happy, enough to forget that the entire time it had felt as though she were manipulating me. I understand now that I had allowed myself to be manipulated. Wait, rat is a carpet? No, it's a trail. Let me screenshot. Okay. Oh, another random waifu Russian roulette, huh? They come on pretty quick, I see. Okay, let's get another one then. Come on. And let's see. Oh, we got Christmas Lycitia! Oh, I like the coloring on this. That's so sparkly, I love this. Look at the eyes, look at the eyes. Christmas is coming, huh? I love this, it's so shiny. We saw before Lycitia is bright, but this is brighter. This is definitely brighter. Look at this. I really like the detail in the eyes. There's also a lot of reflection on the hair. Yeah, I love that. That's a very good, a pretty darn good drawing. Shut up, it's August! Well, my grandma still has the Christmas tree on the basement. And they definitely put up Christmas like on October already. So in a week it will be September, so we are one month away from having Christmas decoration at October, right? We are not that far, you know. Almost Christmas. Okay, almost Christmas doesn't mean we were at Christmas by citing a game. Avatars are back. Okay. Even though I felt like I was at the bottom of the world, I still wanted to have a normal life again. I'm sure, because I enjoy what I have now. I think it must be the same for everyone, including Misha. Everyone wants someone there to pull them up, out of their self-pity. It's just that Misha always wanted Shizune to be that person, because they can't be together. But because they can't be together, I think Misha feels that she can't accept Shizune's hand. Because they cut the hand off. It's another game. And that frustrates Shizune. But if she could cheer up a stranger like me, then she will die trying with Misha. I can see it in her eyes too. Though she tries to treat it like any other problem in her life, Shizune cannot do that with Misha depression. Yeah, depression is the final boss. Her thought processes are entirely different, in some way more careful, in some ways more reckless and frenetic. She cares that much more. I end up not saying anything, partially because sitting next to her like this, just the two of us, is pleasant enough. And partially for a more cowardly reason. I've started to think they weren't, but I don't know if her actions that day might not have been an afterthought, or even a fluke. Just a collection of coincidences. I don't know if that would change anything, but I'm uncomfortable thinking about it. The face behind me trembles slightly. And I turn to see that it's because Shizune has fallen asleep leaning against it. Yeah, you had a monologue way too long. A way too long monologue. Considering she was up all night, it's not surprising. Where does all the motivation come from? Not just in regard to Misha. I'm cynical. It's hard for me to just accept that anyone can simply be that strong. My first thought was maybe it's because she hates herself. Very plausible. Leaning against her, I feel sad knowing that may be the case. But it could be that we are similar in that we both want to be better people. New day. Days are going fast here. Huh, could be a right moment to end. Or we can do something a little more. We can go a little, just a little. Seems like I ate too much yesterday, because I wake up in the morning feeling just nauseous. I really can't postpone going into town for shopping though. Despite wanting to roll over and sleep it away, I force myself to get up and dress instead. Somewhere between buying toothpaste and a few other groceries, I end up walking it off. I feel hungry. After stopping for breakfast, it hits me how much time has gone by. I hadn't expected to be out this long at all. I'm not even sure if I bothered to lock my door. I should really get back. Huh? What are you doing this? This is the male dormitory. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. When I get back to the dorm, I see Deaki standing in front of my room from the entrance. I can think of a few things more unexpected, and I can't help thinking I might have a heart attack just from the surprise. Fortunately, it doesn't happen. As soon as he sees me, he says hello in his usual detached way. I'm a little slow to reply to him, so he repeats the greeting, without missing a beat. Hello? Is something wrong? I'm surprised to see you here. Not as surprised as I could have been, since it's impossible to mistake him for anyone else. Come to think of it, I really surrounded myself with distinctive looking people lately. Yeah, it's called character design. Hideaki had lol slightly on one side. A little too easily. Are we going to cheat with him as well? No, wait. No, wait. No. No, especially him, no. I'm not even asking the questions about who would be the one or... No. we already know it's not a good thing with Amy. Amy already disapproves. Cheating Dorf. No. With him even. No. No. I said no. Why, it's unusual to see someone family come to see them. Yeah, actually. What was that? Oh. So Hideaki isn't such a robot after all. In fact, it's almost as if he's more caught off guard by the fact he even can be caught off guard. But he recovers quickly. Nevertheless, in that brief moment, he looks his age. That uncomfortable side of his seems like the more honest, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. Sometimes takes a boy to be best girl. For these ones I will pass, I don't know. Also, he already has a girlfriend, so let's avoid the double cheating, okay? Not so much though that I'd go out of my way to pry. Only Shizune would be that zealous. That my thoughts get so far is proof she's rubbing off on me. I think you had a reason, that's all. There is one. See? We can talk while you're looking for her. That's why you're here, right? Shizune is in the student council room. I was looking for you. We may take a trip soon, a family trip. Do you think she would want to come with us? Yeah, I don't know. She's been on the war path lately with a lot of stuff. And once she's focused, she won't drop it. I guess you would know that. Oh, why are my friends playing Terraria? I'm not invited. Okay, maybe because I'm streaming. Hideaki looks more at ease walking. They're playing Terraria without me! No! Okay, guys, then we'll the stream here. Maybe later. Hideaki looks much more at ease walking around than I did my first week. So this isn't your first time here. Just throwing it out here. I would explain why Hideaki seems so distant from Shizune. I get the feeling there's more to it than just her deafness. No, but this is the first time I could walk around so much. It's kind of weird here. I bumped into a person who told me women are not allowed in the dorms. Could be Kenji. After I told him I'm not a woman, he told me I was misleading and then accused me of being an assassin. Yeah, that was him. That was Kenji. Well, they are called traps for a reason, right? They trap you and then they assassin you. I was warned that he was not only invincible, but strong enough to probably destroy the building with a punch, or at least knock over the painting hanging in the hallway. By the way, that painting is actually screwed to the wall. Yeah, that's the guy across the hall from me. He's okay. I see. Oh, you left your door open. It was unlocked when I came here. I'm a little annoyed that Hideaki knows that. The only way he could is if he had opened my door, but the feeling passes. Doesn't matter. I have nothing to hide or steal. Your soccer ball is really nice. You want to steal that? That's one of the things that doesn't matter. If you're a soccer player, a soccer ball is very important. Why? Every time you play, they will give you one for free to play with. I guess it is. The thought makes me smile. I'm here because my father bought a new phone and wanted to update Shizune in case she needs to call him. How exactly? Text him, you mean? I thought that you should know too, since you are her boyfriend, right? Yeah. Why? Just in case there is something wrong or she needs anything. That's not what I meant, but I'll go going. Even if she did, she probably wouldn't call. That's how she is. Yeah, because she's deaf. Well, if you know... Well, okay, a video call is the solution, but... They don't really know... They don't really know sign language anyway. If you know, coming all the way for that though, they could have updated her via email. He does not like using email. Well! Not my problem! He can deal with his thing with the new stuff of youngsters called emails. No? He had to send the poor Deaki here to get her phone because he couldn't mind sending a simple email. He uses mock signals. I wonder if they even talked like that when she was younger. That's old-fashioned. Don't tell me he still does business through regular mail. Silence. Now it's my turn to feel awkward. Is Hideaki taking it literally or did I hit the mark? Nah, I'm sure that what it really comes down to is he does want to see his daughter and stay in contact with her. In the end, they are still family after all, even though they play at being at each other's throats. Oh no! 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 Not him! No! I'm scared now, I'm scared. The door to the student council room is open, and Hideaki and I walk in on Jigoro in mid-rant. He sees us, but decides that it's not something worth stopping rambling at Shizune over. This is really shaking my faith in my previous assumption. When I was in the Jigoro student council, our room was smaller, colder, like walking out of a meat locker. Not like you spoiled kids, what a waste. Sitting here in your giant room doing nothing. Aren't there only 3 of you? That makes having so much desk only seem like an unnecessary display of mindless decadence. Appalling. You must use the desks you need, not one more. It's part of my code. Maybe odd of me to think so, but hearing only one half of a conversation is pretty strange. Also, that's some code. Now that I've arrived, it changes the subject and starts talking about the reason he's here. Hideaki and I are going on a trip. What are you doing? Does everyone who uses sign language mumble while they do it? No, I'm just an amateur. It helps me think. It's like a force of habit. Just an amateur? Unbelievable. Well, someone has to start somewhere, right? He turns back to Shizune just in time to catch her shaking her head from side to side. Are you sure you won't be coming along? She reiterates. Fine. You deny your hands your true purpose. That's not a reference, right? Can you tell her to call me if she needs anything? Yeah. I really think sending an email would have been easier though. Oh no, no! You should have stayed silent so I could go away without rambling. I'm not going to read emails on my phone. If she won't speak, she can call Hideaki. I suppose if I had to be reached, you would have to call me. Or that other girl would have to call me. Actually, all 3 of you can just call Hideaki. And with that, he swiftly turns and leaves, Hideaki trailing behind him. A long trip for something that took 5 minutes. Neither of them can express their feelings very well. In Shizune's case, I have to question whether she would, if she could. It explains a lot, but she doesn't seem unhappy with the arrangement. Even so, I wonder if she might be. When the door closes behind them, leaving Shizune and me by ourselves, she lets out a deep breath. It's ridiculous asking for me to go on a trip. The timing couldn't be worse. It overlaps the student council election for once. Second, I haven't even checked up Misha. If you consider that, it's annoying to even have anything else to think about. Yeah, but you might be too focused on all that stuff right now. Completely 100% right. The minute I decided I was going to cheer up Misha, everything else went on the back burner, I suppose. I think your dad might care about you more than he lets on. Are you sure? I know. What do you mean, he cares? I suppose, yeah, he came here to see you, but he doesn't want to read her writing when the only way to communicate for her is writing? No, it doesn't seem to care at all. Like, again, he told her daughter, her mutant deaf daughter, yeah, don't write me, only call me. And he doesn't even know sign language, so she can't even do a video call. She has to write. And you tell her that father still cares. How? So then, could be a good idea. Wait, this is the SpongeBob meme. Wait, this is the SpongeBob meme. She won't go on a trip. Yeah, but you might be too focused. And the trip could help you. I know. So then could be a good idea to... No! It's the Patrick SpongeBob meme, come on. And then again, more firmly, as if for both of us. No. After coming this far, I can't take a break. A vacation would be jarring. It would be like waking up in a different life. Yesterday was like my vacation. Now we have to go all in. I'm sorry, but it's how I am. I suppose you are like this, but you could try at least. The excuse... honestly, I don't like the excuse. That's how I am. What? You are someone that cannot... is physically blocked from making a decision? Like... it's not... more than saying that's what I am, it's... that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like doing, because in this way you give yourself all the responsibility on making the choice. But if you say, that's how I am, you give the fault to your choice to what exactly? To the personality you were born with? Doesn't make sense. That's also a stupid argument. I remember what Yuko said, that she found Shizune brave, in a kind of way. I think I understand what she meant. I have to agree. Even though it could also be called recklessness, foolishness, and pointless stubbornness. You can call it bravery too. However, I can see that there is a fundamental flaw in Shizune thinking. I am sure that Shizune has reflected longer, and more arduously than I could, about where she messed up to create such a bad situation between her and Misha. However, she wouldn't let it hold back and immediately set out to fix the problem. This ignores a large part of the problem, Misha. Moving from critical introspection to holding Misha up as part of a goal causes the person to get lost in the shuffle. Shizune has said a lot in the past few days, but nothing about how Misha feels. Shizune's way of thinking is abnormal. Few normal people would reject a friend, and then expect things to go back to the way they were so easily. Let's remain friends, huh? Shizune does, because she feels life as, if I had to put simply, capable of being segmented and compartmentalized. Oh yeah, because... yeah, because maybe Shizune took the moment of, rejecting her friend and puts that into archivates it. So that doesn't weigh on her mind anymore. Misha, like anyone else, sees it as a whole experience, a long, continuous journey, where one moment of heartache can follow you forever. For Shizune, an event is an event, and few of them cross over. Life is compartmentalized around triumphs, failures and decisions, where each one stands as its own story. It's why the thought of a vacation is jarring to her, It's why she can only appreciate people's immediate emotions. It's exactly how someone obsessed with living in the moment would think, really. Likewise, Shizune can see Misha as a friend, but I doubt she has ever thought of Misha as anything more until recently, or questions anything about her. Misha is Misha, Baba is you, would be enough for her, even if to Misha must be unbelievably stifling. Shizune is just Shizune to herself. It's likely she doesn't even think about the after effects of her action in the long term, as long as they stir up other people's lives. To Misha, I'm sure it made her seem almost heroic. Like Yuko admiring her bravery, even myself. And Shizune's thoughts on the sentiment are that it was good she could touch someone's life. It ends here. It's easy to captivate, much harder to nurture. Thinking of life in terms of almost completely isolated events has a tendency to isolate a person too. Yeah, also because nothing is isolated. When you do in the past stays with you. Like, you definitely learn something from everything you do. I would say every time, even if it's not really noticeable, it's still something that happens. You grow as a person. Though she's trying to remedy it now, the point remains. There is no way for Shizune to avoid hurting Misha. Her emotional investment in Shizune was something Shizune couldn't account for, so she didn't. It was inevitable. Both of them have pretty much told me all of that in bits and pieces. In the middle of considering the differences, an idea begins to take shape in my mind. Are you working on your plan right now? The second? Your cheer up Misha plan? Of course, I was thinking about it the whole time I was being yelled at. Okay, that's good. Thinking about something else while being yelled. Cool. It's multitasking. I actually do it sometimes. Like, when someone talks about me about something boring, like, it doesn't happen. Yeah, when one of my family starts rambling about something, and I'm not interested in the conversation, I try to think about my games or everything. It's hard though, with someone speaking though. But I try sometimes. Really? It's more like you're able to concentrate on something like that because you can't hear. Oh, whatever. When I ask her what she thinks of mine, it turns out we both arrived at a similar idea. And we have a plan! We have a plan! We can help Misha! The final attack! In the meantime, everyone forgot we cheated on her, but okay. Okay. We need to stop. We stop here. I think it's a good moment, because this will definitely get long. Because we need first to corner Misha, then we need to talk to her, then there's this sentimental moment, everything. It will take at least 1 hour and a half or 1 hour. I think it's the right moment to stop. Okay. Let's see who we can raid. Huh. We can try raiding. We have NPC. Yeah, let's raid NPC. Okay. That's everything for today. Thanks a lot for coming by in the stream. I appreciated your company. Next week we'll be streaming. Okay, I'm not sure if we'll be streaming next weekend. We won't be streaming Octopath. I don't know if we are gonna stream this game too. Anyway, we are streaming the new event of Fade's Reverb the Friday. And thanks again for coming by, and we'll see ya whenever it happens!